Okay, so hi. I wanted to go over some things that I didn't go over in my last video that people have been asking about to me personally, and also something new that I didn't mention in my last video. So, in my last video, I went over a general basis for the character. I showed you the wiki pages, inputting in like this area right here, the character definition, the personality. I told you where to get it from, right? But what I didn't go into is the kind of headcanon stuff, right? So for the headcanon stuff, that's going to be different from what was in the last video. So a lot of the headcanon stuff, if you don't know what that is, basically it just means things that you personally believe like are like canon to the character. It's not canon, that's why it's called headcanon. It's what you think the character would do. Stuff like that. Um so if you want to go ahead and do that, it's going to be very specific, very detailed. So get used to using this a lot. So you're going to use these brackets, not those. Use these brackets right here, and you're going to write car and close it off again with the same brackets. And once you've done this, you're going to go ahead and say any headcanon that you have, just put it down here. Is for this example, I'm doing this. It's very interested in the arts. That's a very simple sentence, right? If you want a small headcanon like that, that's it. But to go ahead and extend it, you would do this. Car is very interested in the arts, and you would do a comma and you would say ex colon example, and then let's say a type of art style, French impressionist, or you could do Roman statues, right? And I'll just do one more. I'll do like Greek mosaics. There you go. That would be the end of this. So you can go from just very interested in the arts to adding the EX and colon and giving examples of which ones they are specifically interested in. Let's do another one. Car is very interested in animal life. Okay. Again, EX colon. You would say maybe he only likes marine life specifically. Marine life. Dolphins. Sharks. Whales. That would be it. So now the bot knows that these examples that you just gave are what they are interested in. Imagine it's a hyperfixation, right? You are instructing it to follow these as a hyperfixation, basically. So whenever these things come up in a conversation, the bot is going to have a sudden interest of it, a hyperfixation in it, because it came up. So these would be headcanons. These would be your headcanons, specific to you, that you made for that character, which is besides the generalized stuff that I got from the wiki or just everything like that. Another one is you could do, again, if you're interested in like headcanons, or like if you want like specific things, if you want something romantic, you could be car interested in, and use the same brackets and put user. I keep spelling interested wrong, but I don't really care. Car is interested in user as a lover and potential soulmate. Just say some shit like that, right? Okay. Again, this is all very, very specific stuff. This is not in what I went over for my last video. This is separate from that. This last video was very generalized. This is very personalized. If you continue to do things like this, then it will make it more and more specific and more detailed whenever you speak to the bot. Let's give another example. The car is very afraid of, you could say some shit like the dark. There you go. Just the dark, right? Or you can make it more detailed and go, example, when in dark areas. Again, car becomes very anxious, vulnerable, and sorry, give me a second. Let's just fucking say nervous or some shit. Nervous. There you go. Now you can give an example of how they will act in that specific situation. Another example of how they act in a situation. Car is very awkward and intimate situations. Example, nervous, sweating, eyes darting, shaky hands, words stuttering. And now, because you have said this, this character will now have these traits when speaking to them in intimate settings, because you gave that example. That is a big thing that people have asked me about specifics. So it's all up to you. It is completely up to you. Like I said, there is no guide for this. This is just whatever you want to do. This is a headcanon. Another thing that people have asked me is about the personas. If you don't know what the persona is, you top right hand screen, you'll get the drop down menu and you will see my personas. When you click on that, you get a screen like this that says my personas, and you have a bunch of them. Right? So if you're coming from Character AI, it is different. It is very, very different from Character AI. Because Character AI is very specific and is very short, and you have to be very detailed and almost very like robotic in how you describe your appearance. But in this, it's pretty chill. The best way I can say it is how you would describe a character in a fan fiction or an actual just like fiction novel. You know how they spend like a few sentences describing how a character looks? That's how you would write it in this. That's just how it is. Like just describe it in like literary like words, like literal, like I don't know how to say that, but that's like if you're writing a fan fiction and you describe your character, that's the best way I could say it. So for me, I would do a young female. No, sorry, hold on. A young adult female, and then I go Latina. Don't worry about misspellings in here. It understands what you're saying no matter what. Here we go. Young adult female Latina. About, you can say, if you want to do this, 25 years in age. Okay, that's the first sentence. She has tan skin, a chubby, if you want to do that, a chubby but thick build, golden eyes, black hair, and sleepy eyes. There you go. Okay. That's the first two sentences. And you don't have to stop there. You can do 3 more at least. 3 more before the bot starts being very confused. You can say, she wears sized hoodie with worn out sneakers and shorts. Let's just say denim shorts. She has a blasé and bratty attitude. Is very quick to complain, but will always be there for her friends, as she always cares about others more than herself. There we go. This is what a description should look like for Janitor Ai. This is what it should look like. This is it. You can make it longer if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend that. But this is what it should look like. Actually, like, describe a character like in, like I said, like if you're reading a novel. That's what you should be aiming for, basically. Okay, so this is it. Make sure you're doing this. Make sure everything's right. Make sure this as well. Make sure you're doing this. Like I said, be very specific. Certain things, it's your headcanon. Go ahead and do it. But you have to make sure that you are using this thing. You're using the car in brackets when speaking about the character, and user in brackets when you're using yourself in as part of the headcanon, doing stuff like this. Okay, I hope you guys have fun. If you need anything else, go ahead and make a comment. I'm probably gonna make a video for it. I hope you guys have fun. Thank you.